What's up everyone, it's Brian Ranahan with Travel Planners International, and I'm going to bring you along for a cruise tour adventure in Alaska. So come along and enjoy the beautiful scenery on what the last frontier has to offer. Welcome to Fairbanks, Alaska. My day in Fairbanks started out at the Riverboat Discovery, where we get to sail on board the paddle wheeler Discovery 3 along the Chena River. I first started off eating this for lunch. It consisted of stew, couscous, a salad, and a briny dessert, which to my surprise was all very good. After lunch, we had some time before we were able to board the riverboat, and we were able to explore the gift shop, take photos with props, and even go into a frozen ice bar that was 40 below to have some drinks.
But even though today's boat can hold 900 people, and we're not even in a third of that, so you picked a good day. The content of the trip has stayed very true to the original idea. We're going to be sharing our native cultures with you today, and dog mushing in a way I think you'll remember.
It was really cool being on board and listening to how this has been a family-run business, and also having one of the captains narrate everything.
Water is so you don't park up on a sandbar. And the captains of old were revered for their ability to do that, trip after trip, and not get stuck all the time.
They already know us, they trust us, and they want to follow us on adventures, which gives us the perfect opportunity to help them develop their self-confidence. But it's a little tougher on this bigger one, and if they can't make it, well, then we help them across. And we'll see, look at that one, got it. And they do make it, when they do make it, they get lots of friends on the other side, and they learn something from that. So what they're learning is that we're not asking them to do anything impossible, and that we will always be there to help them. If they go and get stuff, and that pays big dividends when we're on the trail together with them later on in life.
Yeah, well, and of course you know better than anybody that no time at all, these dogs aren't going to have anything in your yard.
It was also awesome having an exchange with one of the dog mushers with a really cool demonstration.
Right. It's a shame they're not eager to do this, isn't it? One hell of that excitement pulling forward, and just like that, David is gone.
You can see us flying along over here. We're going at about 20 miles an hour. It's pretty remarkable. If we were in a race, they pass everybody in front of us and keep competitors behind. It's a great team. I'll tell you more when I get back.
Okay, nicely done, David. Got a great run. Yeah, out of gym class and into the pool. By the way, David, I think your mic may have slipped inside your jacket a little bit while you were running there, so.
Yukon River, and our family's fish camp is located at Hess Creek near the Yukon River Bridge.
And we want to find out how you have found out how to process salmon, something you learned from your elders.
This area here is what you would typically find along the Yukon or the Tanana rivers in the summer months. Each summer, families pack up and go up to about 30 miles away from their village to their respective family's fish camp. Right beside me, we have our outdoor air drying rack where we like to hang our salmon before taking them into the smokehouse. That large permanent structure you see directly behind me. The smokehouse is the key to turning each salmon into a lightweight, dehydrated, and fully preserved food source.
Most abundantly in her village. Now for the flowers on the chief's coat, these all represent animal tracks. Both of these garments are trimmed with beaver fur. For the buttons on the chief's coat, these are made from cross sections of moose antlers. And for the buttons on the maiden's dress, those are made from cross sections of caribou antlers. But I'm sure that you all will like this next piece. Brianna is modeling our Athabascan, Yukon-style women's winter parka. Additionally, it would be sewn shut and be made into a pullover-style parka. The main body of the parka is beaver fur. It is sheared for design. It's also trimmed with calfskin, river otter, and timber wolf. but now she's going to share with us the Sunshine Rock. The outer part of the Parker Ruff is Timberwolf, and the inner part is Wolverine. The Athabascan people would always sew wolverine fur closest to their face in a winter-style parka. It has a natural oil in it that prevents breath from freezing to it, preventing frostbite from occurring. Any leftover trimmings from the Parker Ruff would be sewn on to make tassels like these ones here. As you can see again, wolverine fur tipped with Timberwolf. She would sew those on to show that her family are good trappers and that they caught the tricky wolverine. But now she's going to turn around the back of the parka.
After listening to the rich Alaskan culture and how they survived the harsh winters, we were able to meet a bunch of the dogs, which was really awesome.
Through Premier or through Royal Caribbean or Norwegian or whoever your guests are with, we give you one of these great fish plates. This fish plate is for the entrees and the sides. Your guests will get a choice, and you guys will get a choice, of our slow roasted prime rib, our grilled wild Alaskan salmon. We base it with a secret sauce. One is not.
After dinner, we went to a show at the Palace Theater for a musical comedy that goes through the historical highlights about Fairbanks.
So, Felix Pedro and the other men that came into the Gold Stream Valley here would stake a 20-acre claim on a creek, register and record their claim, and then start setting up equipment. Right behind me is what a typical gold mine looked like here in Fairbanks during the peak of the gold rush. Once the miners had all their equipment in place, they would pick what they hoped was going to be a lucky spot on their claim, and they would dig an 8 by 8 foot shaft straight down through the frozen overburden and gravel all the way to bedrock. At the signal, the engineer would engage his winch, lift that full bucket up and out of the shaft. It would travel up the line like you see it doing here, and it would drop its contents into a pile of material like this behind me that's called pay dirt.
Get rid of those bigger rocks.
Yeah, they're still all in there.
Perfect. And then we swirl down and around. Bring that dirt to the bottom here.
10 ounces over there?
Now the pressure's on, huh?
Pressure's on. Sorry.
Those bigger flakes are here. So we get rid of this big rock. Get rid of that dirt.
Bring that plate up in the
And we'll do it one last time for you.
Grab a cup of coffee, warm your hands up.
Look at all that.
So Pan for Gold, they got $6. Go figure. But it was really a cool experience, and it's awesome because I'm getting ready to go on this gold dredge here, gold dredge number 8. It's, I mean, cool to be able to actually see this part of history and be able to actually experience it, see it, check it out, videotape it, and photograph it. Let's go. Wonder how much gold has actually ended up in households just from this one dredge. So cool. We're lucky to be able to still have the opportunity to see these things from history. And I mean, you can see this. I think someone's called my name. It's just awesome to be able to see all the stuff still in history, still here today. Just great. So definitely worth it if you're in Fairbanks. Something awesome about this gold dredger's location is it's right next to the Alaska pipeline. You're able to check it out and read more information about it, which is really cool. I just want to say what a quick 5 days it's been. It's been really awesome of a time here in Alaska. You know, sometimes I wish I could have spent a little bit more time in the different destinations, but the thing is that the cruise tour fan that I was on would not be the normal experience that your clients would actually be experiencing in there. This was designed more so we can go and see everything quickly, be able to at least have a taste of it, so we can understand what actually the cruise tours are there selling and see as much of it as we possibly could in that short amount of time. So wish the weather would have cooperated just a little bit more. Would have been great because, you know, I love taking pictures, I love taking videos, and to be able to share what I saw with you all, to be able to see the experience of what an Alaska cruise tour is like, it just, I had hopes and dreams that I really wanted to show you all, and unfortunately the weather kind of, you know, put a little damper on that, but we are in Alaska. Alaska's weather can change so quickly. It is very variable, you know, where some days, you know, it could be pouring rain out and then all of a sudden it flips and it's sunny, or it could be like it's been the last 5 days and pretty much be raining like crazy and a lot of fog and all that stuff. But sorry that I wasn't able to actually be a little bit more vlogging in the destinations, being able to show you things firsthand. You know, it was just a lot of stuff in a couple of, you know, quick days, and to be able to try to do that, plus managing with the weather, you know, I'm sorry that I'm doing a lot of voiceovers and kind of in the studio types of, you know, explaining about different experiences while showing some B-roll. So anyway, I hope you learned a little bit of things over here. I hope it's a little bit more of an authentic experience as opposed to the pristine, perfect B-roll shots that, you know, you always see from these different marketing agencies that come out working with these vendors. Hopefully you're able to see a little bit more in these destinations that I was able to provide you, so that way it's a little bit helpful to you to sell to your clients. So anyway, that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you at the next one.